What's up, guys? In the past, I had done some YouTube videos where we kind of took an in-depth look at various Merch by Amazon accounts that were for sale on Empire Flippers, which is a place where you can sell your online business. And Merch by Amazon, it is an online business. Now, it's a little bit of a weird one because, as we hopefully all know, like, we're creating these product listings, but on the front end, they are sold by Amazon. So, and even if you sell through Seller Central, we really are kind of beholden to Amazon's rules. But at least with Seller Central, like, we have a little bit more ownership over the online real estate, as I like to call it. And with Amazon Merch, it's a little bit less than that. But that being said, the money that you make through a Merch by Amazon account is real. And it's, it is a business, right? So anyways, you can sell it on Empire Flippers. And we've taken an in-depth look at some of these accounts that are fetching crazy price tags. Like this one, for instance, behind me that I screenshotted, it was for sale for 1.67 million. Now it's up to 1.7 million. And here we are again. You would think that they'd be paying me or something, like, hey Ryan, can you do another video and share my my account that's for sale? Unfortunately, I have no clue who owns this account and nobody's paying me to say this. But in this video, I just want to take a second look at, this account and ones like it, and see what exactly it is that they are all doing, this similarity that they share. And let's kind of learn from it and see if we can work it into our approach for Merch by Amazon. All right, so let's get started. So this specific Merch by Amazon listing is my favorite to revisit on Empire Flippers. I can drop a link to it in the description too, in case you want to check it out. You can see here, the list price went up to 1.7 million. And the one thing that I really wanted to highlight in this video specifically that I think is shared amongst pretty much all of the top tier Merch by Amazon accounts. And I don't even mean, when I say tier, I don't mean your actual tier. I just mean by income. And what I really wanted to highlight is really this right here, because it's independent of what tier you're in. It's that they very often are making, I don't want to say majority because they're saying 26.5%, but they're making a ton of money from very few listings. So what does that really mean? It means that they've got a handful of let's just say shirts. It's most likely shirts, right? The demand for shirts is definitely the highest amongst all the product types. But they'll have a pocket of products that are just soaking up massive market share. Like they're probably rank 1 on some very valuable keywords. For instance, like, let's just, what came to mind first was like funny cat shirt. You know what I mean? Funny cat shirt. Someone types it in on Amazon, somebody's going to be the organic rank 1, and that person's making money hand over fist. Now, it's extremely competitive in those spaces, and you're not guaranteed to always be number 1, but how do you get there in the first place? It could be a little bit of luck, but it's most likely that you very intently decided to spend money and probably operate at a loss for a long time running ads trying to rank on a specific subset of extremely valuable keywords. And isn't it kind of weird that where you rank ultimately drives you more sales? So you could have the 10th best design on Amazon on those keywords, but if you rank number 1, you'll probably make more money and more sales than the other 9. And that's not necessarily always true, but it is true to an extent because, well, for one, as you scroll down a page, you see the listings that are at the top first. And if one of them catches your eye and you click it and you never scroll to row 2 or row 3, row 2 and row 3 might not even exist. And if you're not on page 1, I mean, come on now, you don't exist. You exist, but who's going to page 2 and page 3 on Amazon, on Google, etc.? Nobody. So the thing that we really should be noting in our heads is that almost guarantee ads are being used, because it's really hard to make a dent in the really competitive niches where 10 best sellers can make about a quarter of your earnings, and a quarter of your earnings on this account is what's 59,000 times 0.25? 59,000 times 0.2 was it 2.26, right? That's $15,300 a month. Okay, so 26.5%. Yeah, it's about $15,500 a month from 10 shirts. 10. If you think about it, if you think everything is created equal, then that means that if you're in tier 10 right now, you could be generating $15,500 from those 10 listings, right? And you wouldn't need any more. Of course, it doesn't typically work out that way. And it's not that it isn't possible, but what's a lot more likely, and we know that they're doing quite a bit of advertising, because you can see here on the $58,900 in monthly revenue, 40,588 is kept as profit. So if we do 40,588 divided by 58,902, roughly 31% of their 31% of their monthly revenue is given back to Amazon in the form of ad spend, which, by the way, Amazon absolutely loves, because think about it, Amazon is literally making money for nothing. Every time you advertise on their website, they're getting something for nothing. Like they're literally monetizing online real estate. People was talking about like making money buying metaverse real estate. Well, how about like launching a website and selling people the ability to show up slightly higher on the page and making money hand over fist, billions of dollars, if you're Amazon. Like that's pretty impressive. And you don't need the metaverse for that. You need just real life. I guess the internet's not really real life, but at the same time, it basically is such a deeply intertwined part of our real life these days that it kind of is, right? But you don't need a VR headset to get there. Anyways, I'm getting off track. So we need to just be cognizant of this, right? What's the point of this video? It's just, I'm not telling you to necessarily do anything right now. It doesn't always have to be like immediate action oriented. This should just like let it resonate in your head. I'm a big fan in life in general of not just assuming that like I'm the smartest and I know what's best. I like to, and with regard to anything, I'm saying this like, I like to look at what's working and learn from people that are doing it better than me, right? Like it doesn't have to be a guessing game. And I'm saying apply this to anything in life. Like we're talking about Amazon merch right now, but like it applies to almost everything. If somebody's doing it better than you and it's publicly visible, go look, study. What are they doing, right? And in this case, you know, this dude is doing, or this person is doing, you know, almost 60K a month in revenue, 40K profit. I want to know what they're doing. And you know, if they're spending $18,000 a month on ads, then do we really need to guess that, you know, the way that they got 10 bestsellers to make up 26.5%, $15,500 a month in sales? Do we really need to guess? Of course, they're using ads. They have to be in a competitive space, because for, you know, what's 15,500 divided by 10? I should have been able to do that math in my head now that I look at it, but that's $1,550 a month in sales per shirt. And I'm sure it's probably tiered, but you know, roughly on average amongst that top 10, $1,500 a month per shirt, right? Which is more than a lot of us make, you know, per month. You know, fortunately I'm above that now per month, but like it takes time to get there, guys. And like what I've found myself saying a lot recently, I've had some one-on-one calls and whatnot, is that, you know, even if you suck at Amazon merch, I'm trying to be funny when I say this, right? But like, you can honestly be awful at it. You can suck at it. But if you just show up and don't give up and keep grinding, you will continue to make sales. You will continue to tier up. You will continue to fill those slots, and you will continue to make more sales as a function of having those slots filled. And you will continue to increase what I like to see as dollars per day. Your passive, repetitive, reliable passive income, and it will continue to go up, right? And everything from the past will be passive. If you want to continue scaling it moving forward, of course, there's going to be some active manual work involved, but hey, I mean, learn to love it, right? Like it's not the worst job in the world to sell t-shirts online, right? It's not that hard either. So, you know, I like to think of it as getting something for nothing, and I like to have fun with it. Like I've got my TV up here. If I want to get some uploads or some designs done, I just put on a show that I like, put on Netflix, and get to work. So guys, that's what I wanted to cover in this video. Let me know your thoughts. Like, are you, you know, anti-advertising? It's advertising is just a little bit more than what's required. Therefore, a bunch of people won't do it. Because in life in general, people tend to just do, and this is me making generalizations, and you know, like generalizations, it doesn't mean that it's a definitive sure thing. It just is what it is. Like, you know, you can disagree, but let's be honest. Most people, they do the minimum. They do what's expected. And running ads is not required, right? It's not the minimum. And it is more than what's expected. Therefore, the vast majority of people will never run ads. Therefore, if you run ads, you are separating yourself from the pack. You know, you're doing something, you have a little bit of an edge, at least over those that aren't using ads. Now, there's various ways to advertise, and the way that they're advertising in this one is a little bit different than the bare minimum way that I think everybody should advertise, which is the, I call it the low ball bidding strategy. But anyways, guys, I have other videos on that on my channel, by the way. You can go check that out. If you're a subscriber, you probably already know what I'm talking about, but I'm going to wrap the video here. I hope that, you know, we all took something away from this video, and that's that if we really want to be up there with the big boys, we're going to need to like actually run some very specific, like pointed advertising campaigns. And actually, like, I for sure at some point, maybe in the next month, hopefully, I've got a lot of travel coming up, but I'm going to do some videos on like this type of advertising where we get like very specific and we kind of adhere to all the best practices as they relate to running advertising campaigns on Amazon in general, not just Merch by Amazon. This would apply to like FBA, KDP, etc. And I'm going to do it. I don't know when, but I'm definitely going to do it at some point in the next month. So make sure you're subscribed, right? I'm doing this for free, right? So you got nothing to lose. Click that little subscribe button, and I'll see you guys at the next video.